everybody, it's Angie. Today is Thursday. I wanted to hop on here to let you know I got my blood work results from my doctor appointment that I went on last Monday, and the results were good. Everything checked out nicely. My cholesterol was 116, so that's really good. Blood sugar wasn't high. There's a lot of numbers I don't understand. I don't know what the meaning is, but I was within whatever you're supposed to be for those things. And so I was a little concerned about cholesterol because I kept hearing, even though my doctor said, it's all about what you eat, people talk about low carb and, and diets like Atkins and stuff not being good for you because you get to eat, you can have beef and you can have butter and cheese and, things like that people for a while now have said are bad. Although I've noticed there's articles coming out now that are like, well, maybe they're not so bad after all. A lot of the things that you eat instead of those, like margarine, and that's worse for you than like butter. But anyway, I guess I'm living proof that you can do the Atkins diet and the cholesterol doesn't go up. And I do eat beef, and I do eat butter on my vegetables, and not a ton, just a small pat, and I do eat cheese. I eat like those cheese sticks pretty much every day, so it's all in moderation. And like Atkins encourages a lot of vegetables, and so I think if cholesterol goes up for somebody that's on the diet, it's because they're not following it, or they're eating more than what they're supposed to when it comes to the red meat and all those different things. So I was really happy about that. I'm real happy because tonight after work I'm going to meet somebody that I used to work with, who was actually my assistant manager that worked alongside me, a woman that I adore. I love her like family. So we meet up, we see each other occasionally. She actually lives up north, really, really close to where I work. As a matter of fact, her and her husband, when they bought the house that they live in now, they bought it because it was close to work. And then, not long after, we end up getting where they closed the site, didn't close the site, closed down all the people, I guess. But she got another job. She's back downtown now. And what's funny is she actually works at the same place that my best friend Charlotte works. So, small world, I guess. But anyway, she and I are going to meet at Applebee's after work tonight and talk and see how each other's doing and everything. And I'm really excited to see her because she's probably one of the kindest people I've ever known in my life. And I don't know, it's like she always knew if I was having a bad day. The managers used to sit like in this area that had, we didn't have offices, we had cubicles, but they were like really tall walls. You couldn't even stand up and see over them. And, if I was having a bad day, next thing I know, like, a little bag of M&Ms might drop over my wall. Or, she'd come over and say, you look like you need some ice water, and grab my cup and go get me some ice water or whatever. She just was is really super sweet person. At Christmas, she would make everybody stockings with their names on it, people that celebrated Christmas. We had one, I think, that didn't. Not on my team, on a different team. But she would make them for the whole department, not just our team. And just, she made us all like these little coasters for our cups that they're made out of plastic canvas, but they look like little rugs with fringe on them. And she made me a bookmark with my name on it. Just little things, and she'd do things for no reason, and not just the nice things. She was an amazing assistant, You know, I could trust her to do anything. I didn't ever have to worry about going on vacation and things wouldn't be done. She would make sure everything was done. She was very organized. Her only issue to me was she didn't have confidence in herself. She was so much more than what she gave herself credit for. So when she went looking for another job, you know, she had sent me her resume and asked me to help her with her resume. And of course, I worked with her for so many years and knew how well of a worker she was and everything. I was able to help her with her resume. And then we're not supposed to, the bank doesn't allow us to be references like in a manager capacity. They want them to call human resources, and then they just tell you, you know, yes, they worked here, yes, their attendance was good, or whatever they're allowed to say. But we weren't allowed. We could be personal references, but not business references. So they did call me for a reference, and I was able to still give her a very good reference, even from a personal level, because the way I was wording it, they could tell that I was her manager, you know? So I think that's kind of a weird rule, but a lot of companies do that, and I guess it's because of, you know, liability reasons. You know, I don't quite get it, but, you know, I try to follow the rules as much as I can. But for her, I definitely made sure that they knew that I did work with her in a management capacity, and they didn't really ask any questions that weren't allowed. So, but anyway, we communicate via Facebook a lot. You know how there's that instant messaging feature, and then before she had found another job, we would eat lunch together when I would come down here on Thursdays. Because at first, you know, she'd been with the company long enough where she had quite a bit of severance, so she kind of rested for a little while. You know, that was really stressful on all of us to train our replacements. I mean, I even had to be the person who wrote up the job descriptions and posted the job requisitions and help with interviews, you know, and for the people that were replacing my team. That was a lot of work and a lot of stress, and, you know, she did a lot of that work alongside me. And, you know, a lot of she worked her butt off, and she deserves some time to rest. And so I'm really excited to get to see her. Let's see, today's Thursday. I think I said that already. So I work from home tomorrow. I actually, believe it or not, I filmed a video yesterday morning on my way to work to tell you about my results, but my iPhone is like the 16, I don't remember, whatever it is, it's the iPhone color, so the memory isn't as, it used to be good for me, you know, until I started filming car vlogs, and then I have to be really careful about how long I make them, because if I'm not, they get so long that I can't even use the software that compiles the video and puts it up on YouTube. And yesterday it ended up being 27 minutes, which is long for me, I think, but it wouldn't even let me plug my phone into my computer and upload it that way. It's like it just kept, I don't know what was wrong with it. I tried it over and over and over again, and it would just never let me do that. I couldn't upload it to YouTube straight from the iPhone. I couldn't do anything. Basically, I just had to delete it off my phone. So I'll just have to be careful about the length. And of course, you know, before I just had pictures and stuff. I don't really put music on my phone and that kind of stuff, so I didn't need to spend the money and get, you know, the 5S, I think. This is just the 5C. Or if I had a way to hook up my digital camera in my car, I could do that, but I don't want to always film car vlogs. They're just more convenient sometimes. So yeah, work's been getting kind of busy. which I like because it makes the days go by faster, but I'm gonna have to cry uncle if they keep giving me more stuff, and I don't want to do that. I feel like I should be able to handle everything, and I don't want them to think, oh, she can't do this or that. I don't, you know. But they have me learning this one thing now that just scares the heck out of me, because it's kind of a programming deal. You're almost kind of writing programming, which on the one hand I'm flattered that they think I can learn it, but part of me is afraid that what if I can't learn it? And so far I am learning it. It's just I'm having to take so many notes, which I guess, you know, if I have all the tools I need to do the process and can do it, that's what matters, right? And I just got done pulling a whole bunch more stuff for the audit, and they'll be coming back, I'm sure, with more. That's going to be going on for a while. So yeah, work is really busy, but I like that because it makes the days go by faster. I keep watching this time, and I thought I found a jumbo pom-pom maker. I don't remember if I told you guys that. I think I did. I don't remember if I said that yesterday in the video I had to delete, or if I already told you. But I'm gonna show it to you when I do a video from my kitchen table. So I won't talk about it again, just in case I already did, because I just don't want to do that. I guess that's all. I think well, no, I'll go ahead and tell you. Monday was really, you know, I started having to drive back down to the building 4 days a week. It's been a while ago now, right before Memorial Day. Not that long ago, but long enough where I've seen some crazy things driving. You know, you have your crazy drivers and everything. But Monday on my way home, I didn't see the actual impact, but I saw, all of a sudden I just saw this girl, like 20 some odd year old woman, it looked like, come like flying through the air. I was sitting on the ramp at the light where I would turn left to get on the highway to go to my house, and there was a car in front of me, and then I was in the right-hand lane, and then in the left-hand lane there was a van, so I couldn't see through the van to see what actually had happened. All of a sudden I just saw this woman, you know, going through the air and hitting the pavement. And she tried to stand up, and she couldn't, and she just kind of crumbled down onto the ground and started crying. And, you know, it's like all that was in just, you know, super fast, split seconds. And then the van put on his flashers, because she was like right kind of in front of him, kind of in between him and the car in front of me, but the car in front of me would have been able to go around her, even though they, you know, we would have had to, or else the highway would have backed up. But the lucky thing was, coming down the road from the other direction was an ambulance. He was already, you know, just driving. He wasn't going anywhere, so he immediately pulled up. So I don't think that it was like, couldn't have been 20 seconds between the time I saw her hit the pavement and that ambulance was pulling up. So that was really good. Of course, he had his lights and everything on, and I looked over to see, because the direction she was coming from was the direction of the people that had the green light. So, but then I saw a car over there, and there was a guy that was getting out of his car, and the ambulance driver told him to get back in, and he kind of just had his head down in his hands. So I think he hit her, but I don't know if he wasn't watching what he was doing, and, you know, she was kind of on the shoulder of the road and he hit her, or if she went in front of him or what. But she was on a bike, and I couldn't see the bike until we went to turn, and then I saw the bike laying on the ground. So he hit her. I just don't know whose fault it was, but because I didn't see it. But the van saw it, so the van was staying there. And of course, then the light changed. So this is how fast all that went. The light changed, and so then we could go, you know, around. And I knew the ambulance had called it in already, but I went ahead and called on my cell phone just in case, you know. And I told him that there was a van that was staying there that had witnessed it. So I hope she was okay. I mean, she looked like, I mean, I didn't see any blood or anything, and she did have a helmet on, but you can tell when she went to stand that something was wrong. Something was wrong with her legs or her back or something, because as soon as she, I mean, her arms were okay, but as soon as she went to try to stand herself up, she couldn't. And she just looked really sad. It was just pitiful, you know. Because I have a feeling she probably was driving alongside the shoulder and he wasn't watching where he was going, and he hit her from the way that, because it's like she was hit from behind, because the way she went through the air was like straight, if that makes sense. I would have thought if she would have kind of pulled in front of him, she would have went more sideways or actually went up on his car. But I don't know, it was not traumatizing, and I'm so glad I didn't actually see the impact, because then I think it would have been. But I cannot quit thinking about her. I just hope she's okay. And I'm very thankful that the ambulance got there as quick as it did. I mean, talk about luck. So, but anyway, I really just wanted to get on here and tell you that I was really happy about my blood work that came back, and that the cholesterol was 116, and my blood sugar. The whole reason that I picked Atkins was because, you know, it's low carb, so low sugar, and because the last time I had some blood work done, the blood sugar was, when I get my results, it shows you what your range should be, and it was up to, and my blood sugars were almost at the top of that range. And that scared me, because even though my doctor didn't say, oh, you're in a diabetic range, it was, you know, kind of like your cholesterol when it gets up there, but it's not quite to the high, but you know it's going to get there if you keep going the route you're going. Well, because my mom, my grandma, and my great-grandma, you know, a lot of the people in my family have had diabetes, and I don't want it, you know. So that's why I picked Atkins, is because it focused on the carbs, and you know, that's part of when you are maintaining diabetes, is you focus on the carbs and stuff. So I was happy to see those blood sugars had gone down. So, and I hope they continue to go down. But so anyway, I just wanted to let you know that I still have about 20 minutes to go before I get to work, but at least I get to work from home tomorrow. And I hope you guys all had a good day, because by the time I upload this, it'll be tonight. And I'll talk to you next time. Bye!